So this is the first quarter of 2024 update for the Baby Rudin project. I've got a big pile of stuff. This is why my hands are so much closer to the camera. So I've got the 4 books that I'm working on, various sheets for completion, and then under it all the notebooks for the project. But I'll quickly get to like the ones that I'm working on right now. So before I go into these sheets, I'm going to show just the books, because even though you've seen them, I just want to make sure, I want to get across that for this next quarter and also for this last quarter, so really for the first 3 months of 2024 and hopefully the second 3 months, so the first half. It's really about these 4 books. That's what the project will narrow down to, basically the real line. So one-dimensional real analysis. And so the cycle will be read something in Baby Rudin, then read something in Bardo and Sherbert, then read something in Townsend, Bruckner, and then conclude with understanding analysis with Abbott. And the last part of any cycle is problems in Baby Rudin. Now the goal for the next quarter is going to be to finish Bardo and Sherbert, and read a good chunk of Baby Rudin, and also work on a bunch of problems for TBB. So I'll get the books out of the way and show my progress for this quarter. All right, so, and I think I'm going to actually zoom in for this, and I hope I don't forget to zoom out. Yeah. Okay, so basically, in this case, I think it was in this quarter that I finished Baby Rudin's, no, chapter 1 problems. Did I? Yeah, February 6, 2024. So I did finish it. So that was the first cycle. It's a very long cycle. Look at that. I've only done problems in 1 chapter of Baby Rudin, and I've got 10 more to go. I don't know. Does that mean that I'm going to be doing this project for 4 years? I hope not. I hope I can finish it before that. So then, in this quarter, I read chapter 4 and chapter 5 of Baby Rudin. Then I completed problems for all of Mendelssohn. That was in January, the last bit. There's a couple of problems at the end of chapter 11 of Bardo and Sherbert on metric spaces that are going to wait for when I do chapter 13 of TBV problems. So yeah, so I read, hopefully it's coming out okay. Yeah, that's right. So then Bardo and Sherbert, I did read chapters 4 and 5, and so once I finish reading these chapters, this will be it. I'll be done with Bardo and Sherbert. So it's going to be read a good chunk in Rudin. I'm already about like a third into chapter 6, and then, but my videos these days are really whole chapter, and that's why when I post them it's different. I'm no longer doing it every Thursday. It's whenever I finish. So Bardo and Sherbert will be the next goal, and then also read a good chunk of TBB, perhaps finish it. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the art to the end chapters for later, and I don't know when I'm going to read this. I think this whole project is going to get interrupted a little with some linear algebra. I'm going to double up and we'll see how that goes. So that's really the zoom in, and maybe I'll just zoom out and show. So yeah, so I've read in Abbott in this quarter chapters 2, 3, and 4, and of course I've begun to work on problems that would line up with Abbott chapter 2 in TBB. So I'm working on chapter 2 problems in TBB. I'm almost done, but it's just a gazillion of problems, which I love. I love doing that. So that's the overall view. Then how about the books themselves? So then, of course, for Baby Rudin, here I'm reading chapter 5 and the beginning of chapter 6. The existence of the integral I finished today. This is a very long section, and then of course, at some point I hope, I'm not sure this week or maybe early next week, I'll finish chapter 6, and I don't know how deep I'm going to go into 7, 8, 9. I may take 7 and just read it now. And then, of course, for problems, only chapter 1. At some point, of course, I want to get on with chapter 2 and 3 and 4. Then for Bardo and Sherbert, oh wait, I did forget to zoom out. See, I did that. I did forget to zoom out. So was that okay? Let me show it again. I'm sorry. Yeah, right here, and then right here. Yeah, okay. So then for Bardo and Sherbert, I really have only chapters 6, 7, 8, and 10 to finish, and I think I'm going to read them all in a row during this quarter. Of course, for problems, I'll get around to working on the other chapters, but the main work for problems is going to be Thomson, Bruckner, which of course 10 and 11 are R to the N differentiation chapters, and R to the N in general. So the next round of TBB is going to be 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and 12 are R to the N. Got confused here with that 10. And then, of course, when it comes to problems, and I'll make a video about this, but I've worked, I think in the last couple of weeks, I've worked on all these problems, but I still have, and I'm actually working on every single problem, attempting every single problem, which I really enjoy. Then for Abbott, it's going to be an easy finish, but it's the last one, so it's the latest after I've read everything else. For Abbott problems, the same. Once I get to sequences, I'll do all of chapter 2. I think it's chapter 2. Yeah. So there you have it. Those are the, and of course, I have not touched a single problem in Conway, and I do not know when I'm going to do it, because I know when I did the reading that it's a one heck of a curve way out there in the world of paracompactness. Then when it comes to all the books for the for what I've been reading so far, I can just show that's how thick they are. Then of course I already showed book 1 and book 2 last time, and then book 3, which has the problems, first round of problems. It's 272 pages of problems. Yes, there's a couple of metric spaces problems that I did not do in here. I may get to them, I'm not sure. And then the book 4 I finished recently. I finished February 14, and chapter 4 has Rudin chapter 4, which I believe I made a video of already. That was the last bit of this notebook. And then right now I'm working on notebooks 5 and 6. But I think once I start doing the reading, I think it's probably going to end up being, there's going to be, this book will be full, then there'll be another one, and then I'll finish this book. So really, I think by that time, I'll probably have like a 3-to-1 ratio between notes and problem sets. So I'll probably have 6 notebooks of notes and 2 notebooks of problem sets full, hopefully by the second quarter. That's what I'm hoping for. It's a lot of reading, a lot of problems, but that's what I'm here for. This is my hobby. So yeah, and I'll show, of course, in here, there's already chapter 6 of Baby Rudin, a good half of it. And I'll show that in a separate video when I finish it. And of course, when it comes to problems for chapter 2 of TBB, it's a good 40 pages already. Hopefully it'll be like 60 or 70 by the time I'm done. So that's the first quarter of 2024 Baby Rudin project. Summary.